Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it costs for the tab, extra with the bag, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
They juked him. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Looking to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here.
Got a man open. It's K.J. Hill.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Patterson running between the tackles. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 3.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They'll set up to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where
this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 20.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Panthers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Corral on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
Again, he finds more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Again, it's Corral. He's got some room to operate.
Touchdown, Panthers. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Fielded at about the 28.
Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Corral with it on 1st down.
They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Saints who are out in front. A touchdown pass there.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
The first down throw here for Corral.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here's Corral.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete there to Moore.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing well.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. A good run. Got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2. 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Switching it up, Corral will throw here.
This is caught. Touchdown!
Chuba Hubbard.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Derek Brown coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 31 yards.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Corral.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
On second down, here's Corral.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Edwards.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's got this down to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Option play, right side, Corral.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now Corral to throw.
Rolling to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win in both sides of the ball. made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Carolina, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit